bring up our next comedian, Michael Burgess. Come to the stage, let him hear it. All right, I like that. People hollering for me already. You haven't met me yet. Thank you all so very much, so very much. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you the story of how the day that I stopped wearing short pants. Now let me explain to you, because I don't want you to confuse short pants with shorts. There's a gentleman here wearing shorts, there's a gentleman here wearing shorts, and they look quite nice. I mean, what did you look at? But there was a day when I was young, I had to stop wearing short pants. And let me define short pants for you. Short pants are like those pants that toddlers and leprechauns wear. You know, those shorts that, you know, if you see that old footage of JFK Jr. and his daddy's funeral procession is going by and he's standing there and he salutes, he's wearing a pea coat and short pants. Short pants for toddlers and leprechauns. Of course, a leprechaun might have a pipe or something, you know. Here in the South, the toddler, he wouldn't have a pipe. He'd have like a wad of tobacco right here. A bad diaper kind of hanging out of the side of his shorts there a little bit. And an empty baby bottle. He'd be holding on to it though. Except his daddy just can't let go of that bottle. So, this is the story of me wearing short pants. I'm getting ready to go to church one day. I'm about 10 or 11 years old. I'm still wearing short pants. And I'm going to church, and my mom is giving me 75 cents to put in the church. She says, now you go to church, you put this 50 cents in, you keep a quarter for yourself, and you can go see the candy lady, Miss Ladybell. Now I'm walking to church because the church is in proximity to my house. And I'm walking, I'm thinking about, wait a minute, 50 cents to the church? I mean, that's not the math I know. As I understand it, I could give the church a dime, and that'd be like paying the full bill at a restaurant plus a good tip. So I get to the church gets a quarter, I get 50 cents. Afterwards, I go see Miss Ladybell. Miss Ladybell is a candy lady. Y'all know what a candy lady is? Yeah. All right, so candy lady, that's right, a totally unlicensed shop in the neighborhood. I go to the candy lady to get myself a cupsicle. Y'all know what a cupsicle is? Holy smokes, cupsicle. I call it the starter kit for diabetes, because I tell you what, they would make a daggone cupsicle, they put so much sugar in it, oh my gosh. But you know what, that thing would be so good. Oh no, it'd be so good. I go to Miss Ladybell's house and go up there, you knock on the door, you kind of announce that you're there, and you yell out, "Cupsicle, Miss Ladybell!" And the door opens, it's not Miss Ladybell. It's some dude. Approximately about Miss Ladybell's age. Maybe it's her man. It's not the candy lady. It's the candy man. Probably the guy who does that thing from that old Clarence Carter song. I won't mention it. Somebody's gonna think of it though. I go in there, and he goes, "What you want? On a cupsicle? All right, we ready." So he goes to the back because the cupsicle's kept like in a deep freezer or whatever, and he goes to the back. He says, "Hey, pick yourself one of them right there." And he points to a lollipop. So I pick up the lollipop, and I go, "What is it?" He says, "Go ahead and open it." And I open it, and it's a Tootsie Pop. So I open it, he says, "Suck it." So I'm getting to the good part. And so I go to sucking it, because, you know, I'm a kid. Right away, my spidey sense is going off, but I'm a kid and it's sugar. So I go and I'm, what's supposed to be so good about it? He said, "You just keep sucking it." So he goes to the back, and he goes to the back, he gets the cups and he goes back, he's standing there, he's like, "Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it." And then suddenly I hear a toilet flush, and he goes, "Okay, here comes your cups. You need to go ahead and go now." I get outside and I go, "I don't like this Tootsie Pop." I throw it away, but I've got my cupsicle, and I'm walking down the street. I got my cupsicle, and I just come from church. I just got 50 cents instead of them getting 50 cents, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So I start to sing a song. And having come from church, and this being the 1970s, still sort of a holdover from the civil rights movement, so the song that's stuck in my head sounds a bit like this, and I'm going, "I got me a cupsicle, I got me a cupsicle, I got me a cupsicle," and it's so good. "Oh, cupsicle, I love you 'cause you are red, and I don't like purple, so I got me a cupsicle." And I go to walking, and I'm walking alongside a chain link fence. Now in the South, chain link fences were very, very big because we had bad dogs. We've kind of gotten rid of the bad dogs. You know, we have dogs that we keep in the house now, but back in the day, they were all outside dogs. Any of y'all had an outside dog? Yeah, that's right. So I'm walking along chain link fence. I'm singing my song about having myself a cupsicle and I'm feeling good. And then this dog comes up. The dog comes up and he looks all happy. He's just like, you know. And I'm walking and I'm singing, I got me a cupsicle, I got me a cupsicle. And then suddenly the dog starts to sing too. But he's got his own song. And he sings better than I do. He starts going, I'm gonna chew your ass. I'm gonna chew your ass. His voice is a little deeper because, you know, he's probably got a voice that's about 35, 45 years old in dog years, you know what it is? So, I'm gonna chew that ass today, oh yes, because what you don't know, there is a hole in the fence, and I'm gonna chew that ass today. And I look up, and I look down there. You know, I'm not shocked that the dog is singing. I mean, all kinds of things happen in the neighborhood. But I look up, and sure enough, there's a hole in the fence. And I take off, and I start running in the other direction. And I got my cupsicle, which I've already turned upside down so you can get to the sweet part in the middle, because the way the freezing works, all the sugar goes to the bottom. And I'm just running, and my cupsicle is jostling. And I'm running for the dog, and my cupsicle falls! And all of time stands still. Everything then begins to move in slow motion. I am stunned that I dropped my cupsicle. The dog, whose name is 650, don't ask me, 650, he pulls up because the last time that a dog from that address was chasing someone and the person stopped and turned and faced him, well, that person had a pistol. So 650 is like, oh, wait a minute. And he realizes suddenly, this little punk kid, he just dropped his cupsicle. I got nothing to worry about. So 650 starts charging at me again. And I'm there looking at my cupsicle, and suddenly, I became a big boy. Because my balls dropped on that day. My short pants began to tighten with the enlargement of my balls. And slowly, the testosterone began to flow through my body. Time is moving in slow motion, and here comes the dog, 650, and I kick, boom! And I wish I could tell you the rest of it, but anyway, 650 falls out, I get to get away. Thank you all very much. Where did the time go?